afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast with me, your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Psych Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a 2 versus 2 on Outskirts. In the north, it's Artavick and IlCapitano fighting for the Allies. Forming up here, the 2nd Infantry Division, backed up by elements of the British 11th Armored Vest. In the south, it's Doggy and Sea King fighting for the Armour and Commandos Vest, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 111th Panzer Brigade, we got infantry, heavy cavalry, armour, Royal Artillery, mobile assault commandos versus elite armour, OWAT, Spec Ops, and fortifications. Double Volkskriegs for Sea King, double Volkskriegs for Doggy, Artavick with double rifle and IlCapitano with double sections and a universal carrier. First engagement here in the west, Sturm Pioneers versus the section. The north, Sturm Pioneers in front of the fuel point there. Basically, both sides are looking to secure as much fuel as possible fast up. Though it's worth noting here, IlCapitano, well, is not rushing straight for the fuel point. Normally, you see that. In fact, it looks like he's aiming straight for the car point, which actually Sea King has not got screen. We can see Doggy's moving up Volkskriegs to do exactly that. Up north here, the Sturm Pioneers with the echelons quickly pushing away and gaining control there. The tank trap laid down for heavy cover for, well, Artavick's forces. But now it's going to be Doggy's forces. This now belongs to Germany. It says made in America. It's probably made in China. Oh, yeah, actually, if you move the sticker, it says made in China. How embarrassing for the Yankees. Grabbing points here. More folks on the way there for Doggy. Same for Sea King in that regard. I mean, Armour Commandos strategies tend to be about as straightforward as they go. Get a lot of Volksgrenadiers. There's no big magic there. Up north, Sturm has been assailed here by 2 rifle squads, quickly forcing retreat here, leaving Doggy's Sturm Pioneers well with only one option. In the south, section versus Volksgrenadiers here. Sadly, some of the members decide to step outside the cover. Immediately proved to be a really bad idea there for Helmut, who quickly drops as his stomach is filled with lead. Sections like repositioned, Volksgrenadiers up for University. They're catching the Sturm on his bad spot, forcing Sea King to retreat there. Up north, focusing upwards here for Doggy as more troops are being poured into the battlefield. Back at the bases, nothing happening at British and American bases. Nothing further immediately happening either, just mostly infantry there for the Allies. Except, of course, for the universal carrier. Down south, Sea King seemingly still hasn't realised how, he's still got elements of his squad thing. There we go, repositions, forces me up on the side to flank. And let's go up and it's going to flank them there. Early on, of course, the Oberkommandant lacks any Panzerfaust, so this is obviously a very safe move to do there for IlCapitano. Has this been Wehrmacht? That would have been an incredibly dumb move. But obviously, he's not up against the Wehrmacht, so it's a clever move. Up here, we got Volksgrenadiers versus the Riflemen there, caught in a bit of a bad spot there. Further up north, Volksgrenadiers versus the Riflemen there as well. Going to force retreat there. In the south, troops setting up here. Sturm Pioneers reinforcing, trotting away there for Doggy. Sea King yet to go for there. We got to take off IlCapitano. We'll see where that ends up, but so far no sign of the bolts. In fact, we've got some early sappers out here for IlCapitano. Might be getting minesweepers. In fact, we could be worried about early mines from the Germans. Up here, the fighting continues as Artavick forms up a reasonable defensive belt. This is preventing any further sort of needed progress for Doggy and the 111th Panzer Brigade. In the south, moving up against this section there. Oh, managed to defend the fuel point just in time. Sturm Pioneers moving up. Truck setting up here for Doggy in a few moments. Could be battle group headquarters, could be mechanized. We shall see what it ends up with there for Doggy. Up north here, folks continuing up. We got incendiary grenades, of course, signaling at least to Artavick that there's at least a truck on the field. He doesn't know more than that, but he knows there's a truck. So he's sort of all going in there because there's some sort of tech happening soon, at least from Doggy. Of course, he doesn't know what it is, but he knows it's something. Oh, Sturm Pioneers landing in a series of nasty hits in the IlCapitano, causing a bit of collapse of his infantry on the front line, leaving the University there to, well, clean it all up. We got the AC being requisitioned there, fast move there. We got Captain already here for Artavick with the mechanized upgrade there, half tracks and pack houses. Barbed wire up here for Artavick, preventing any sort of easy German defense there. Battle group headquarters up here for Doggy. Could have perhaps tried to place it a bit close to his teammate's base, and holy smokes, Sea King is going for quintuple Volksgrenadiers. 5 squads, that's a lot of Volksgrenadiers. Doctrinally, I mean, Spec Ops in a sense would have probably synergized the most with the infiltration tactics, I guess. But beyond that, I mean, most of the doctrines don't will really do a lot with 5 Volksgrenadiers. Artavick are going for the pack howitzer. IlCapitano. We'll probably be seeing the AC soon from him. Trotting away there for Seeking. Volksgrenadiers and 2 umpires being northwards here. More barbed wire, I imagine, being laid down there, possibly by Artavick, as he tries to resist the Nazi assault. In the centre here we got Sappers versus the Volksgrenadiers. That's going to be a losing engagement there for IlCapitano. It must get by a few seconds, but with Sap machine guns and long range versus bolt action rifles, I mean, there's really only one way that can go. In the west here, Volksgrenadiers holding up the University upgrade with the Vickers K machine gun. We got the pack outs out there, we got the AC on the way there for IlCapitano. It's only a bit rare to see a British player not immediately just go for bolts and sections, and that is in fact exceedingly rare, particularly at the higher ranks. But IlCapitano clearly is a true believer in the power of the Associated Equipment Company, which is what AC stood for. Associated Equipment Company. Fun fact. A lot of normally civilian firms during the war, for example, just pulled in to make war equipment, in particular for the Allies. So that, like bus companies, making armoured cars, and in some cases even tanks. At least they tried to. In some cases, they actually did pretty poorly. First thing we got the captain opening up with a BAR here on the flank, half truck on the way of the shoulder for Artavick. On the west here, the University of Henry got a huge amount of Volksgrenadiers. That's practically a horde there from Seeking, a horde of field grey. Pushing back troops there. In the east here, fighting continues to push in there with Doggy's Volksgrenadiers, MD-34 following up there for him, Seeking with mechanised regiment. So that's definitely a bit, how to put it, weird. I mean, he's gone for an infantry build, but he doesn't go for the battle group. I'm going to try and use Doggies, but still, you'd think he'd be the one with the battle group headquarters, and it would be Doggy with the mechanised regiment. But in this case, we've got the reverse. Of course, this could all be part of some deeper plan. And there we go. At least that part makes sense. We got special operation here because, I mean, if you're going to go for a lot of Volksgrenadiers, you will without a doubt want infiltration grenade assault. I mean, that just synergizes well with it, since, with Volksgrenadiers you get 5 grenades per throw, or per usage, which of course is a lot of grenades. That's a lot of boom for your money, or your munitions. So, I mean, in this case, there's really only one way that one could go. Unless Seeking was insane. In which case, there's not really much else to do but except to commit him. Puma on the way there, therefore, Seeking to back up his massive Volksgrenadier forces as it leads onwards for Germany. Deutschland! We're kidding there for Doggy. Note that Panzer Brigades actually did not really have any active reconnaissance elements. They were actually designed for the Eastern Front, and specifically designed in mind with just immediately counterattacking, any Russian spears and destroying them. Like, they didn't need to know much, they just need to get in there fast, shoot them to bits and disrupt everything. So technically, Panzer Brigades did not have access to reconnaissance vehicles. Fun fact. At least not a lot. You must go setting out there, troops reinforcing healing here for Artavick and IlCapitano. So far, a bit back and forth between Seeking and Doggy. We got sandbags that are being shattered by the AC Mark III. The Associated Equipment Company stands against sandbags. And this now from the Associated Equipment Company. The Mark III sandbag. Now with 25% less lice. Tank traps out there from Artavick, noting Seeking so far is the only player with the doctrine. Neither any of the others have yet to commit to anything there. Anti-tank following up there for Artavick. He briefly considered it but decided against it. As for IlCapitano, we do have the bolters up now. AC landing a surprise hit there on the Puma. After they're pushing back the Germans from the east. The Germans certainly seem a bit more pushed back here. The Allies with good, I'd say, control the map here. Though they do have a bit of a deficit there in victory points. In the south here, Seeking launches another infantry assault here. Somewhat. Probably see a grenade assault here to try and catch the section off guard. Likely will retreat, but still. Yep, just going to force them out in the open. Oh. Better close when they probably should have put more infantry in there, but for some reason it's not. We're committing more infantry now to the assault, but again, feels a bit lopsided. Puma them moving about. No repair parties up for the mechanised regiment. Back here just reinforcing. Doggy still remains without a doctrine. I mean, considering what he's going for, I mean, fortifications, elite armoured article work out. Up north here, Doggy continues a slow pressure push here versus Artavick, who seems to be forced a bit away there. Looks like it's mostly because his infantry's back at base reinforcing healing, which of course opens up for Doggy's infantry to exploit. In the west here, similarly, Seeking's moving forward in the absence of British infantry to maintain the front line, and no machine guns, so that way, slow things down. And similarly, Artavick has no machine guns either. Doctrinally, they got no way of adding machine guns. So we'll have to see what ends up with there. Not entirely sure what Doggy's going to move, but the way things are flowing so far, I'd say Artavick looks very likely to end up with heavy cavalry and just the Pershing. Since Arnold, usually want to get out sooner for assault engineers, and similarly he want to get out as fast for the light machine guns, but he's already going for BAR, so sort of from just by exclusionary measures of logic, we could sort of deduce he's more likely, I think, to end up with heavy cavalry. He could pull off a fast one and just surprise us with something else, but already now heavy cavalry is looking like very likely. He's just not going to use the Rangers most likely, which seems a bit counterproductive. Not massively, just a bit. As for IlCapitano, this could go either way. Depends on what he wants to emphasize. Carnal increasingly would be in a command detachment balance with Royal Artillery just to push in with a fast medium tank on the light end of the spectrum. Though, of course, mobile assault or commander regiment with commanders and other bits, of course, also quite useful. Seeking and going for a 11-minute Stukas, that's a surprising move. He's likely going to just try and line the command panther, which is always something that's rather risky, but we'll have to see what ends up with. But I think this early on, it's a bit. Yeah, if Seeking is really good with the Stukas, I can understand it, but on average, most players are not good with the Stukas. Puma there sniping at the C6 panel gun backing up. Need to be careful for the Puma. Another nice hit there, though, and a direct hit from the 6 panel gun on it. Stukas almost done. Fun fact, though, Panther Brigades in fact did have Stukas in the artillery complement, or heavy weapons company, sort of attached for whatever artillery they had. There was that and mortar half tracks. They were generally also lacking in artillery. Again, there was all just sort of speedy, swift, light stuff they're meant to work with. So Stukas out there for Seeking. And there you go, second doctrine. It is commanders here for IlCapitano. Starting to expect Royal Artillery, but Commando is good. Assault is a pretty good ability. Commandos are pretty good, obviously. Smoke raid operations, right segment, going to be really good. And the mortar cover is actually a really good disruptive ability. There you go, Commando's being called in by IlCapitano and the 11th Armored Division. As the 2nd Infantry all foot continues the fight here as the Germans. Machine gun cleared out. That's a bit unfortunate there for Doggy, but well, never mind. The Hawks is going to make a mess of that, and Doggy is a bit short on anti-tank weapons. The left flank seems to be collapsing here for Seeking. Commandos landing in the midst of it. The Style and Sten guns ready to tear apart any Jerry's. University coming up the front, looking to flank up behind the Artavick, maybe to relieve Doggy of a bit of pressure. And I think the machine gun, there we go, has been nabbed. Oh, Packhouse! Direct hit from the Stukas first. That is actually kind of impressive. He actually got the entire lot. Nice work there by Seeking. Thumbs up. Shumina down there, not bad. In fact, so mine's down there for Seeking, but he's lost control of the fuel, meaning the Germans are getting next to no fuel versus the Allies, which is definitely critical, particularly as the Oberkommando West. They have no way of getting fuel caches. The closest they can get is Doggy with elite armor, getting out the 223 armored card. That way gain him extra fuel, but even then that leaves Seeking without additional fuel, so we'll have to see. They need to get some fuel fast back, though. Otherwise, the Allies will be using the Germans as a tank parade ground. Section holding up here, noting no Bren guns there for IlCapitano. In fact, he's got a nice little war chest of munitions. Commanders running about, they're getting reinforced from the glider. Vickers setting up there to disrupt any further German assaults. Very nice work there by IlCapitano. Section is losing up to the Sturm pioneers up close. The Sturmgewehr, of course, beating the good old Lee Enfield and the Manic Minute, whatever they called it. Up north, though, Doggy is actually making reasonable progress here versus Artavick, but during this push here, there was a particular flaw, which is the left flank of the assault here was widely exposed, and Artavick is coming in swinging hard. They're completely disrupting Doggy's assault without a machine gun to back out. In fact, because the machine gun is in American hands, things are very rapidly deteriorating here for Doggy. So again, nice attempt, but the lack of a flank security there Made a counterattack from Artavick very easy. So nice counter there by Artavick. Pooling up here, looking for easy target, shoots and misses the easy target. Nice work. In the southwest here, section continue to push up against the Fultz Gun leaders, doing what they can here. Machine gun continues to lay down heavy fire there against the German attackers. Grenade assault off here, routing these sections. 6-point gun being pushed back. Quicker sitting up. Grenade assault. Oh, full wipe there. Nice work there by Seeking. Certainly proving the infiltration grenade assault's worth there. And for 15 munitions, getting a full wipe like that, that's really good. And again, I'm imagine that's kind of why I just went for it, because again, while most of the grenade assaults are going to fail, the more you can just pop, the more likely you are just going to have them eventually, work out. It's one of those abilities that tend to be, somewhat handy. It was also rather popular with Fultz Gun leaders in Companies 1, who could also then just pop a lot of grenades, and could that way be really useful in just disrupting whatever your opponent was up to. Fultz taking up here, going to go for the rifle assault rather than the hand, ready to pop down those Yankees. Big 2 points, once it's 406 versus 329. The Allies have still not managed to catch up there, and Doggy has gone for the Schwerpanzer quarters, going for a Panzer IV. Nice work. We got taken for IlCapitano, but Artavick remains without any further tech and no doctrine as well. So we got special operations, we got commandos, but we got nothing for Artavick or Doggy. They remain doctrinally agnostic, and here we go. Fultz of those Sturmpanzers back, going to ramp. We got a half tank backing up. The kill there is creeped up. Panzer IV halfway down there for Doggy and Deutschland. Pumaing up here, machine gun firing away. They're trying to hold up the British advance, and there you go. Puma shoots and spectacularly misses the ACE. Oh no! Stuka's first, they wasn't paid attention. The bazooka team crept up. They nice infiltration there by Artavick, completely blindsided Seeking and annihilated Stuka's first. And I think he didn't get to do that much in the long run, so it pretty much ended up being a net loss there for Seeking with that move. Not good, but there you go. Doggy's Panzer was arriving on the scene, should be able to perhaps turn the tide against those bloody allies. Doggy's assaulting, countering stiff resistance up north. Fultz is holding here by the MD-34. There we go. He does go for armor this late into the game. He goes for armor. Wow. And he goes for the bulldozer Sherman. Double wow. Meanwhile, we got a center out here, so they're actually going to be somewhat vulnerable to the Panzer IV, since they're a bit short on anti-tank weapons. And Artavick's going to have to take out then to get, tank destroyers out, at least rush out an M10 or something, so I'm going to guess that's a bit of good fortune there for Doggy. Apparently none of the Allied players were expecting their Panzer IV, they just didn't give a rat's arse. Center moving up again, the Fultz's heavy fire there being churned out by the twin Polston anti-aircraft guns there. Moving up, shoots and misses. Fultz, they're routing the section here by the southern point. So a bit of skirmishing here. Seem to be pushed out for now. Panzer moving in here. Seems like Dog is willing to back up his teammate here, leaving his own forces out to dry here versus Artavick. For now, at least he's shifting out to perhaps just back up, giving up in the north for now, hoping for a brief success here, at which point they can turn their attention to Artavick, possibly, but in which case Doggy needs to put up the pressure fast before Artavick realizes what's going on and can even just move into hit their flank, so Doggy needs to be faster about this. Secondly being pushed back by the Panzer IV. Send Sherman there, backing up his troops. Also there's the infantry pushing forwards there, and we got the Panzerkampfwagen rolling back here for Doggy and Deutschland and the 111th Panzer Brigade. Back here, troops reinforcing for Seeking. That basically also leaves Doggy now as the unknown without a doctrine. Again, elite armored fortifications. Depending on the situation, elite armor could make sense with howitzers and pack for a freeze and S match. Ooh, anti-tank being plenty with the Sturm Pioneers. Nice hit there. Captain quickly spreading up the troops are getting back faster. AC and University coming up to support as well. But there you go, Puma on the job as well. Gains a nice hit there, 3 kills, let's see 2. Artavick still not taking out. Is he just going to spam bulldozer Shermans? That would be a strategy, but I'm not entirely sure how effective it would be. Oh wait, heavy hits off my Kidnapper. In the centre of the skirmish continues here between Artavick, Doggy and Seeking. Seeking is lining up here for another assault in the west. Lots of infantry being lined up, smaller reserve assault groups. They're just waiting to be committed to any sort of successes to quickly exploit and just hurt, and maybe just launch a counterattack to any allied counterattacks. We shall see, but it definitely seems to be a tactical service got lined up here with lots of folks committees just waiting for orders to do anything. That's just a smaller screen moving ahead here. Up north here, folks are getting an anti-tank gun here. Making another push for the fuel point there with the machine gun down. He's going to need forces that can deal with it. Tactical reserve remains. As for the allies, they seem to be struggling a bit. We got Bren guns up there for Capitano. Very good. And there we go. We got assault. He's pushing in. He's pushing in. Seeking quickly falls back. Folks, they were seemingly moving away from the tactical reserve position. Going to have to make a quick decision there to hold up the British assault because IlCapitano's on the warpath. And there you go. Folks in the west are being flanked by the centre. Retreat path is covered by the anti-aircraft tank. Could see wipe here in the centre. Finally got the United States with the Panzer IV. Small victory there for the German army. Section active falling back. Interesting enough move there. Not entirely sure what's causing that one to happen like that. Explosions back. There you go. Centaur joining in. Could have been bait, I guess. German has taken losses here. 6-pounder gun moving up. Puma there engaging the Centaur. Closing in eventually free steadily. Another hit there, but need to be careful not to push too far. There you go. Anti-tank gun shows why. Vickers on the way there for Capitano to replace the one lost. Seeking, I imagine, got his sausage fingers in that one. Yes, indeed. In the east, Pentagon, we're going to gain the captain, but Kedman has a machine gun backing up there as well, but not enough infantry. In the west, IlCapitano re-engaged the assault against the Germans after the initial sort of fallback there. Only one foot of the tactical reserve there remains for Seeking, and well, there's a machine gun on the Kedman backing it all up. We got 286 versus 331 up north here. Doggy is trying to push back here against Artavick, who is a bit struggling here. Kedman cleared out. Doggy needs to be careful not to extend his forces too much, as Artavick is hauling up a lot of equipment that way, trying to beat some sense into Doggy, and by sense I mean, bullets. Bullets from there firing away. Artavick has tagged up. Finally, that was suddenly a bit long there. AC pushed back by Kedman. Fortunately up, they got sections of lots of Bren guns forming up a series of killing fields where Seeking's infantry cannot easily enter. Panzer IV veterans, 1 6-pounder guns, bazookas there firing away. Sherman there blasting away at the Jerry's. Almost all enough for Doggy. 22 minutes and still no doctor there for Doggy. That is definitely a bit disappointing. Seeking, though, is not far off from Command Panther. Again, that is very much his strategy. Befehls Panzerkampfwagen. Sandbags down here for Seeking. Centaur going for the machine gun, and successfully so. Puma those moving up to fire with its 5th gun, and spectacularly hit some sandbags instead. Doggy's sadly not making a lot of progress. I think what Doggy needs to do, consider a different path of attack rather than just straight ahead. He needs to either sort of try and launch an assault goes through here and that way, or sort of try and deeper attack somehow through here, maybe with the arm as well. But I think this sort of just straight line up here is much easily deflected by Artavick because he's increasingly used to dealing with it. So Doggy, I think, needs to consider another avenue of attack there. Otherwise, I feel like, it's going to the extent boil down to like just what mistakes I think IlCapitano makes. Otherwise, Ryan, just a really good push. And finally, here at the 23-24 minute mark, Doggy goes for docking his elite armoured. To some extent, also the one that makes a lot of sense with the Panzer IV out on the field. Heat rounds will make it certainly better. Sturm-T can, of course, also be used to blast his way through enemy lines. And there you go, heat rounds up there. Technically, a late Panzer IV would not really have used heat rounds. Didn't really need it. The heat rounds are sort of good for like lower velocity guns and have a better penetration like early model Panzer IVs. They really benefit from heat rounds, but Panzer IV there with a higher velocity gun, the heat rounds are not going to really do a lot for it. Fun fact. There's also the option that Doggy's just playing for the King Tiger with heat rounds, which of course would be neat, and we got more to cover up here from IlCapitano against Seeking's strong point here by the house and the victory point. That's called in there. Centaur blasting, 6-pounder gun blasting, white phosphorus smoke enveloping Seeking's position, smothering his troops, and we got a Bren gun up in the Sturm Pioneers. Fortunately, this is the rifleman, but the rifleman already alone health. We got more moving up. There are no grenades for Artavick. Might not be a bad idea there for him to consider that. More explosions, more white phosphorus, more water fire. You see there was a Lekeden effort, and there you go. Befehls Panzer out here for Sea King and the 111th Panzer Brigade. Panther 4 needed some light repairs, and we got a Panther on the way for Doggy as well, so no Sturm Tiger and no King Tiger. Anvil tactics up there for IlCapitano, so that'll probably be a Centaur to soak up a lot of German firepower. As for Artavick, nothing further happening there. Can't go for the Jackson. So we have to go for the Sherman, the M10, or the Scott. Let's see what he ends up with. We got white phosphorus there from the pack house and high explosive rounds there from the boulders for Sherman, pushing that machine gun away very fast. Command Panther ready to back up Sea King's infantry. He has yet to lose any of his 5 full grenadier squads. Very nice. And so in the Sturm Pioneers with a Bren gun is not too shabby either for Sea King. Panther though rushes straight into mine as he tried to make a push there. Infantry backing up, that's good. IlCapitano is not far off near calling a Churchill tank. And there we go. Panther out there for Doggy. Deutschland. And adding in the Panzer Commander, very good, sehr gut. Strong here the anti-tank, at least attempting to destroy it with the Puma. Though IlCapitano will of course try and deny it to the Germans. And there you go, Churchill tank is on the way for IlCapitano. And the 11th Armoured. Panther moving up here. Oh, mine went off somewhere. Panther screaming ahead there. Oh, gonna go here for the AC. But 6-pounder gun there could easily penetrates the Panther's frontal armour. Victory points wise for 255 is to 263. Allies are catching up with the Germans steadily. Panther 4 being repairs, noting oh, we do have repair pioneers. So an option there for Doggy to bring it down this with the Sturm Pioneers and repair pioneers can both work on that would be no good idea. Here, fighting for the victory point continues. Churchill tank almost down there for IlCapitano. The 11th Armoured, 2nd Infantry Division continues its fight against the Nazis here. Reasons they're caught by a lot of angry Germans and are routed. Nice hit from the Bolter Sherman that seems to maybe even kill some of its own. Nope, eventually 2 gain though. Double anti-tank is fighting with armor piercement as well. The Panther needs to get out there fast. Floods they're taking excruciating losses to the Sherman. Doggy's assault there did not go well and again. But the problem is he insists on attacking head on like this. Oh, snot biscuits. He almost lost his Panther. Did get the anti-tank guns, but that could easily have gone wrong there versus the M1s, which shoot faster than regular ones. That was a... so there goes Ring with the Panther trying to finish it off, but the shots are either missing or bouncing. He does get the pack howitzer. Another shot missed. Kept him from trouble here. Seems like right now Doggy's assault might have slightly panned out. At least he exploited the attention here to sort of sneak up the flank of the Artavick's positions. Good move there, by the way. That was definitely a smarter one. And at least exploited his tendency just to take head on to at least make some gains elsewhere. Didn't get the Bolter Sherman, but right now Artavick's front line has crumbled pretty hard. So nice work there. Double Jacksons for Artavick. He's had enough about these German Panthers. He's bringing up the Jacksons. Both anti-tanks their salvage for fuel to, well, fuel Doggy's quest for world domination. Panther receiving repairs there, very good. First Jackson ready for Artavick, second one on the way, and excellent work there by Artavick. He's actually using the captain's supervision ability to speed up production of the Jacksons, getting out there in less than a minute, I think, actually, it's roughly a minute. Nice work there by Artavick. 2 thumbs up. So few players actually use the captain's supervisor ability, but it's amazing when they do. Flares off there from Sea King. Victory points whilst they're definitely being out the Allies now. And the Allies need, I think, to land a good blow here on the Germans. Puma rushing eastwards, veteran 3, halfway to veteran 4. Up north we got the Bullets from there, routing Doggy's full grenadiers. And we got smoke radar operation off here from IlCapitano. Interesting. Not sure what he's got planned, but he's doing it. Going for the centre victory point there. The smoke is certainly making hard here for the Germans to get a clear idea what IlCapitano's off to. Doesn't really help the Artavick much, but he's obviously got the power of just lots of explosives. section they're repositioning. He's got heavy artillery called in there by the Germans. Command Panther, or Panther with Panther Command there, using the coordinated barrage ability. Thumbs up there to Doggy. Section ahead again, now the artillery's called off. Centaur setting out. Up here, Panther taking down its engine. Let's go there by Doggy. Grenade off there, causing heavy loss of the rifleman. Double Jackson then knocks out Doggy's Panther. Panther quickly disengages from this menace, and we got the Yak Panzer on the way there for Doggy. Very nice. In the center, Command Panther going away. Headphones are being blasted by all of IlCapitano's staff. Seeking's got plenty of resources. You can see up for Shreya Panzer, of course, bring up maybe a Yak Panzer of his own. Would not be a bad idea there, I think, for Mr. Seeking. Puma up there, pretty risky versus Double Jackson. Seaman is back up at the Command Panther. Puma there taking heavy hits, just laying down smoke though. And quickly disengaged. Very close to eventually fall, but that was a bit senseless there by Seeking, to be honest. Okay, over there flanking the Churchill tank. And we got infantry assault boosting once more. IlCapitano doing another assault here, causing further disruption here for Seeking, though his flank seems reasonably secure. As IlCapitano's not really doing anything here. I mean, he's definitely, I think, getting a bit tunnel-vision. And there you go, Jagdpanzer out for Doggy, for Deutschland. Quick with the same high velocity semi-final gun as the Panther, though usually without the muzzle brake, because it was so low to the ground, it would usually kick up a lot of dirt, giving away the position of the tank destroyer and usually also blinding themselves in the process. So that one was usually dropped. To put it mildly. Panther moving ahead, we got heat rounds, but straight into the Double Jackson. Seems like Doggy suffers from a bit from Jackson-related amnesia and keeps forgetting his opponent has his Double Jacksons. Yak Panzer hanging back there. Will he commit to another one versus Double Jacksons? Double Yak Panzer could potentially be the cure, particularly combined with heat rounds. Trenches up there for IlCapitano. We got 159 to 241. Sherman there hammering away at the Obersoldaten. Puma there gains virtually 4. Nice work there for Seeking. Gives him a bit more range from the Puma. And these we got the Yak Panzer there as the Jacksons. Heat rounds firing, but again has to be careful. It's still up against Double Jacksons. He's going to need Double Yak Panzer to really respond to that, I think. So he's getting some damage down here with the Yak Panzer, which definitely will not use heat rounds, because I'm pretty sure they even make heat rounds for the high velocity center farm of the gun. Fun fact. Panther 4, Betsy 4, 20 kills. Nice work there by Doggy, though again, needs to come out around those Double Jacksons. More trenches up there for IlCapitano, like Kedden over there, and Puma opening up here in the Churchill tank. Quickly cutting through tail, Puma moving in there. Could even try and pop heat rounds, I guess, to deal with it. Except, of course, that's Doggy. But there we go. Main gun out on the Churchill. Puma keeps shooting there. We got the AC getting in the way, though. Pop smoke. Rushes past it, gets and then pops through the smoke again. Nice maneuver there by Seeking. Completely confounding IlCapitano, who was ill-prepared for that. Firefly on the way there for IlCapitano. In the east, Artavick prepares for another push against Doggy and his Deutschlanders. Second Yak Panzer on the way there for Doggy, so very much as the optimal move there. If you're going to go for Yak Panzer these days, this you want double Yak Panzers. I mean, you don't necessarily have to go for double Yak Panzers otherwise, but you know, it doesn't hurt. In this regard, I feel like Yak Panzers do come under the same category as the Stutt, which is they just work better in pairs. Stutt Panzers need to be careful. Virtually 4 though, that's very nice. 112 versus 241, the Allies pushing up for the centre. We got another mortar cover in here, probably disrupt here. Seeking to defend to the centre victory point, undermining it entirely, and there goes second Yak Panzer arrives for Doggy. For the 111th Panzer Brigade, Panthering up, engaging this Centaur there, flanking up behind, looking to cause some chaos and confusion. Here we got the Panther 4 being taken out there, both the tank destroyers and the bulldozer Shermans keep missing, and there you go, the Panther 4 goes down, leaving Doggy now just for the Yak Panzers. He's staggering low. 110 versus 241. Centaur moving in. 11 kills there. Cutting those jellies to ribbons. Mortally cold in here. Blend curve off to block any sort of line of sight. Panther tank right here from the Firefly and the Jackson need to disengage rapidly before seeking as well. This is a Panther and he really should be taking up. I mean, he's spending too much manpower fuel here. Even if he's almost a full pop cap, he would benefit, I think, a lot for setting up for something. He tries to setting up for a King Tiger rather than just, you know, floating there so much manpower fuel that does absolutely nothing. That definitely feels like a bit of a Tsuchigo start there by seeking. Push for the West, Commander sneaking up there, quickly assailing Seeking's Volkskundies and making short work on. They got a grenade assault off here though. Oh! Did a bit of damage, but not enough to really dissuade IlCapitano. Whom that continues to murder away. It is veteran farmer, that's the ace level here for Seeking and for the 111th Panzer Brigade. Troops hold here, folks moving up here. Yak Panzer's on the move there for Doggy. He's got a line of sight recently for the Yak or the Jackson, so he's going to try and I think creep up the Yak Panzer that way, just quickly do some heavy damage to them and knock them out before Artavick realises what's going on. Artavick, well, he's also putting a reasonable amount of resources and probably should do something with them as well. Yak Panzer there being flanked here by the Captain. He's engaged, needs to quickly dispatch that. But you see that Artavick is actually moving ahead. He should reasonably wear the double Yak Panzer. Just moving it on is honestly a bit risky there for him. But there you go, first bazooka run from the Yak Panzers. Jackson trooper there going to fire from the Yak Panzers. Already down to half health. Bazooka fire going back and forth here. Yak Panzers already heavily damaged, at least one of them is. Rifle and Sturmpanzers finding out. The Sturmpanzers need to fall back. Someone got grenade off. He pushed back the rifle. We got something dropped there. That looks to be more bazookas. In the West, this continue to duel it out with IlCapitano. The Western point being claimed. We got commandos hiding out. They're ready, waiting for the right time to just spring the assault. There you go. Got spotted instead. Oh, retreats in time here before Seeking realizes what's going on and pops grenades instead. Yak Panzers, they're creeping up. They're trying to get some extra kills there on the Allied armor. Pretty well there by Doggy. 24 vs 109. There you go. Shoots and bounces off the Sherman's armor. That's kind of lucky there for Artavick. Second shot that goes through. But so does the Yak Panzers. Turn hit there. Mentioned one game. Puma Panther about here. Dog. Oh, Seeking still flooding resources. Really, I feel I should be spending it or something. Fortunately, holding up. We got 98 vs 204. Firefly shoots. Actually found the Volkskundiers. And these Yak Panzer holding back as the ones receiving repairs. There you go. Over at the repair. Mechanized headquarters of repair pioneers, and we got a Stukas on the way for Seeking. So at least he's using his resources, but I mean, we'll have to see how well he can make use of the Stukas that I think gets hurt the allies. Finding in the center here, and immediately disrupted and suppressed. A bit telephone raining down here. Damages the Yak Panzer. Quite a bit there actually, not good there for Doggy to be honest. Quick grenade assault. And there you go. Oh, the Yak Panzer like Kedden and the Sherman. Ace level by the way. Nice hit on the Kedden effort. We got 91 was a 202 and we got the Puma crewing up. They're looking for some hits. We got Commander sneaking about. Stukas was ready there for Seeking. I still think like he should go for a tag up to be honest. There goes Sherman rolls forwards here. Into line of fire the Yak Panzer. Sherman here. Oh, Yak Panzer versus the two Jacksons. That was more or less just an execution there by Artavick. Dog's going to need more Yak Panzers. Going to need some better tactics or something else. We'll probably need some more Yak Panzers and better tactics to be honest. Sturmpanzer moving forward to actually 4 concussive grenade could maybe stop, but at the same time it's pretty risky. Until fire raining down here is now IlCapitano has gone for a mortar emplacement actually. Better late than ever, I suppose. And there you go. Puma tries to get a hit in the Firefly, but misses abysmally. We got more mortar cover in here, though, from IlCapitano. More misery being delivered to the German lines. He's got the Shams and Jacksons moving up here on the flank here. Yak Panzer trying to get away. It's a pretty bad looking spot here for Doggy. And the second Yak Panzer's down as Artavick shatters it. Breaks it apart. And you've got dealing with the section, we've got Fulton moving up. AC, they're causing a bit of a problem there for Seeking. He's going to need to force up there to halt, but at the same time, looks like he might be trying to back up his teammate here. Those double Jacksons are definitely proved to be a massive headache there for Doggy and for Seeking. Definitely feel like that's going to require some different tactics for Doggy to deal with that one. Panther gaining virtually 2, a bit of armor there, 5% damage, Douglas fires, and takes out the trench, gets some other kills here and there, but the mortar emplacement remains in place. Not entirely sure what Doggy is planning next, but I'm guessing either more Yak Panthers or another Panther. He lacks the mechanized regiment for the King Tiger. Puma Command Panther going here for the Firefly, tries to take it out, and doesn't quite hit it, not either the AC. Heat rounds not being used there, obviously. Center halfway to X fleet, and we got another bullet shell there for Artavick. On top of the one he already has. Cheeky. That's double bullet Shermans, double Jacksons versus Doggy and Seeking. That is quite unpleasant. Steel Pony is round it. Puma shoots trying to take out that center, but the Jackson's backing up, and things are not working out too well there for Seeking at the moment. 77 versus 162. Grenade assault against the infantry in the center. 73 points left. Certainly seems to be the Germans only advancing increasingly. They got the victory point and probably even out. Doggy though is looking abysmal there. Going for another Panther, but his force are comparatively smaller there with his teammate and with his opponents. I mean, everyone else is at 90 pop cap or less or more, and Doggy's at 46. Like, he's only got half of what everyone else has. Focusing with the commanders in the center, gunning them down. There you go. Doggy, second Panther ready. Boulder Sherman there and watch. Jackson's backing out the center. Will Doggy receive divine inspiration, come up with a tactic that can shatter the allies, or will Seeking be the one coming up with something here? What will they do, and what, for that matter, what will the allies do? I mean, it's sort of a bit of tit for tat, and someone needs to come up essentially with some bigger plan now. I mean, can the allies come up with a big flank that disrupts the Germans? I mean, so far, they can't also just been attacking head on. I mean, you couldn't even consider bigger flanks for him that way, get behind. Seeking and disrupting sort of a very shallow flank. There you go, Panther ahead, you're going for the bullets of Sherman. So again, has to be mindful of the Jackson. Still, he's pushing ahead here. Taking damage, instantly following up. Ben Calvert, there you go. Fat flank here from the rifle. Kevin being pushed back. Jackson moving head. Panther head double. This is double Jackson. The anti-tank has just got pushed back here. This is disaster. There you go. Rifle whipping with an anti-tank rifle to try and take out the. Oh, gets pushed away there. Panther flying heat rifle. Always taking heavy damage here from the Jacksons. I doubt he'll be able to escape. Still getting the victory point there out of their hands. And there you go. Panther down. Main gun out. Finally got one of the Jacksons. Small victory there, but. It's a bit hard to say they have a veteran fleet Jackson's worth of Panther, though I would say considering the overall state of Doggy's forces, perhaps not, but never say. See? More to come up from IlCapitano. Once more to disrupt the Seeking's defense of the center. We've got 49 points left for the Allies. Machine gun there getting hammered by white phosphorus smoke. As folks with Sturmpanies seeming to a grenade off here. Virtually 5 Sturmpanies. Grenade assaults from the virtually 5 folks coming. These Eastern Victory Bomb being seized here by Artavick's machine gun. Pulling up here. Oh, nasty hit there on the AC. 6 point lands a nice hit on the Puma here, and the center troops are dying out. Puma is standing still in the east here. We got troops sitting out there for Doggy. Rifleman sitting out there for Artavick. And units are being obliterated. Another Stuttgart's here for Seeking. He's got 11 kills in this second one so far, the one he's ordered out there. Machine gun actually pushed back here by an overwhelming attack from Doggy's infantry, very good. Though that's largely all he's got left. Infantry and like kidnappers. We got 42 versus 151 here. It's all a bit in the balance here. Can the Germans beat the Allies out fast before they're basically being destroyed here? Because their forces are dwindling compared to the Allied ones, the overall still remain large at full strength. I kept moving up. The Sherman's going to move straight into it, but at the same time, they're bunched out and particularly front was the ace. Like Sherman, I feel like that's a bit of a bad idea. Oh, the Kevin was not even focused on the same target. And there you go, the ace Sherman annihilates them. He got 47 kills on that one. 47! Absolute disaster there for Doggy. His forces are being mauled.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Panther moving up there. Shoots and misses. You got 4 versus 151 here. Rifle taking out the folks on the Kidnapper here in the center, holding out there desperately. Blend curve off. Very nice move there by Doggy. At least he knows how to use that ability. As his forces are down to just 3 folks, and there's the orbital down. And like Kidnapper, I mean, Doggy has been maimed here by the Allies. Maimed. Stukas fires off. Didn't do too much for that one. Troops being halted here. IlCapitano still seems reluctant to go for any deeper flanks, and similarly Artavick is not too keen on that either. But admittedly, neither is Doggy. And I guess Seeking as well. I really need to flank more. I think in some manner or the other. Got the orbital moving up there, actually 4 blocking the point here. Probably going to need another blend curve, maybe calling in artillery to make it harder for the Germans to do what they want. There you go. Double hits on the Puma, almost taking it out there. Can they push out of the smoke? We got 25 points left. Going for the eastern one, machine flying away there. Forces have got nothing to defend themselves with. They must have to neutral before they are suppressed. Due to a bit of the light cover, though there's an ace machine gun, which means of course very good. Sherman up there, shoots, misses, and renders it neutral. We got 22 points left for the Allies. Doggies, of course, battle and Seeking is stepping under the bearing the brunt here, defending the victory point in the centre, fanatically, and in the east as well. No matter the casualties, no matter the damage. We got 16 points left. The Allies need to throw everything into the furnace of war here if they want to have a chance of not losing. We got down to 12. There you go. 9. Scheiße, the Germans might actually win this. 6. Sherman's moving up. They're going to have to try and decrew. We got 4 points left. Are they decrewing? Yes, 1 Sherman is decrewing. We got 2 points left. And there you go. G, game over. A brutal match here between the Allies and the Axis on elst, and then the Germans won on victory points. In the end, the Germans, I think, in particular, Doggy without too much, just, bashing their head into war tactics, rather than not relying on the strength of just more firepower maneuverability. Should have tried to flank and outmaneuver the Allies. Instead, they rarely did that, and ended up, for example, costing Doggy a lot there, versus the Allies who just, brought up a lot of, stuff to shoot them down when they tried to attack head on. But admittedly, the Allies could also benefit more from flanking as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Link. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice sunny episode. Bye.